Greetings and salutations. I'm Cameron Rushmore, and this is Pathfinder Kingmaker session 79. It's been a while, it's been a lot, but I do feel, hi Josh, how's it going, that we are getting close to the end. It's one of them where it's I'm a little bit reluctant to say these days that, oh, we're getting close to the end, I think, because I've felt that so many times before, and I just expect this to just pull the rug from underneath my feet again, and it's like, but aha, there's more, and it's like, oh god. I'm not too bad. A bit groggy, but nothing too bad. So yeah, one of the interesting things is, so I made a joke ages ago on, so I got followed by Paizo, who are the publishers behind the Adventure Path, for the tabletop role-playing game of Pathfinder and their Adventure Path Kingmaker. And it took like 30 or so sessions, AJ Station, for them to kind of pick up that I was tweeting about them and about my Kingmaker streams. And I've been tweeting every single time since. Session 78, they retweeted it. It's like, it's the end. Are you now going to start retweeting my things? This may be the last stream of this. I don't know how it's going to go. But we've got 3 hours, and depending on how this goes, I don't think we've got 3 hours of content left, potentially. But if they've only just started retweeting my tweets now that it's coming to an end, it's like, great, what am I supposed to do? Because one of the things is, I was hoping that they'd start retweeting and retweet them out infrequently, but occasionally from day one, and that would get me more viewers, potentially. I did note last session there was a lot more viewers than normal, just popping in, not saying anything, popping in, eventually drifting away, and it was like, oh, that's weird. Found out later that it was because of the retweet, I guess, but now it means that it's like, well, it's almost over, so but anyway, right, let's close out stuff. I gotta get back on top of that. There is actually a YouTube thing. Let's do the whole thing. YouTube. Boom. Nightbot. Go. And that's got most of the videos. But I've not been updating that in quite a while. I need to go through and get what videos are up. Because I've been pushing them out of Twitch over to YouTube. But I've not been doing anything with them. Because there's a lot of paperwork there that's like, okay, this video, the details are, and this is the screenshot, this is the end card, it wants to go into this playlist. It's not suitable for children, it's in English, it's all this, and I want it to be released either as soon as possible, which isn't too bad when I'm keeping on top of it, because it's like, there we go, I've just done a video, release it. Now if I was to actually sit down and do all of them, you'd be getting to like 30 or so updates saying, hey, there's Pathfinder Kingmaker, there's Hitman 3, there's 30 of these videos, watch them all, and it's like, that's like 90 hours of content. Nobody's going to watch all of those, so I'm going to have to stagger them out, which means either manually doing it or putting in a go live on this day kind of thing. But that's just gonna be, making sure that I get all the videos. I have the feeling that I've actually lost one. I can't remember which session it is. I hope that it was a boring one, but I think I've lost a session. It's a batch scheduling job. Might be a good job if you get some time off work or anything. Yeah, maybe. It's one. I just hate paperwork. If there was a way of getting it to just automatically do these things, great stuff. But it's nah. Anyway, you didn't hear me. You didn't come here for me to sort of like blah. Just talk about things. Also, J-Station is having a dig at me because I'm actually on leave from work this week. So I've had days where I've could have done it, but I just didn't feel like it. So, level 8 assault. Use crisis points to increase. Now I've passed the kingdom stuff. At some point I will need to reach out to Krifu and find out, does he want to do it over Mana Pot, but doing a sort of like post-game synopsis kind of thing. Right, everybody's looking a little bit injured. Can't remember what resources I've used. I need rest, can you help? Of course. There we go. Let's get everybody peachy. Just to be sure. Because I know that it wasn't much, but permanent wisdom drain and permanent wisdom drain. We can sort those out. Why that wasn't sorted out on a rest, I don't know. I'm ready for the final battle. Let's march. We're assuming that this is the final battle. I see you are ready. We will make history this day. I'm ready for anything. To battle, I need more time to prepare. So to recap, you're out of the end dungeon and the entire party is back together. So to recap, what happened was the house at the edge of time is a massive 3-leveled dual-planed dungeon. I got out of that, bumped into this entity called the Lantern King, who then cursed me for making a mess of his theatrics. I was severely weakened and I had to go to certain places within my kingdom to sort of like re-strengthen them, which released me slowly from the curse. And now I'm back here and it's time to go off to the final battle. I hope. So you're ready? I'm ready for anything. To battle! Of course, Your Highness. The storyteller stops abruptly and frowns. I feel the presence of a new threat. What is happening? Don't you fracking dare to... Okay, greetings. Well, my darlings, you've broken your divine patron's second condition, just as I foretold. So you knew what was going to happen to us at the house of the edge of time. I surmised. I led you by the hand through all your adventures in the Stolen Lands. I brought you the disc of the eclipse. I made sure you arrived at just the right place where the magic of the First World would rid you of your divine curse that you've suffered, so you may reunite. Aren't progenitors supposed to look after their offspring? I am a very caring ancestor. And for now, if you'll excuse me, you hear the undisguised mockery in the devil's voice. I'll leave you to your destroyed kingdom and the insane Fey Lord who has seized it. You catch Kalik's scream and Gamrath's angry hiss. As the portal closes, you discern the familiar silhouette of the ruined Taldan Tower rising above Sorrowfell. Oh no, the forefather, blasted devil, abducted Kenrath and Kalik. Surely he wouldn't dare defy the Herald of Nephthys himself. But what's his plan, and how can we stop him? We won't let the forefather escape. We know where to look for him, near Sorrow Flow and the ruins of the old Talden Tower. Yeah, huh? No. We're just not doing that. Okay?
No mistakes.
I'm ready for the final battle. I'll be covering this in the post review. But there are certain things that they've added into this that, yes, it makes sense because it's a CRPG, but at the same token, that little bit there, the last minute Deus Ex, oh, there's a companion quest still fragment to do? No, screw that. I'm going to be going off to the Lantern King. I don't use either of those two. Somebody's been doing some reading. What do you mean by that, J Station? I've not actually read I've not read all of the finale. I read the synopsis of the books, and this entire part just isn't there. For the king and for the kingdom, fight like it's a final last battle. Whoever you are, it is a final last battle. They say repetitive actions will wear you down, but I've discovered something or other.
I'm waiting for your signal, my king. Together to the end of the world. Remember?
Even if I fall in battle, I'll die happy. You had the finest woman. I had the finest woman in the world at my side.
Has the imminence of the final battle made you a poet? I hope not. We will come back alive, you and I, and we'll be happy. If I like anything about ballads, it's a good ending. Now, let's see this story through.
Do you have any regrets?
Every failure, every fallen comrade. But these regrets cannot undermine my spirit. We learn from our mistakes and harden for times like these.
We have to go. I know I don't even need to ask if you're ready.
I'll follow you to hell and to the abyss. Lead us, my king.
And let's have Tristan's final words on the matter.
It's good that everything will be over. I have been so afraid that we wouldn't have the time to save you or this tormented kingdom. But now there's just a little further to go, and I believe we can make it.
Yeah, you can tell because everything is voice acted. Thank you for supporting me all this time, and betraying me and the rest of it. It made for a good narrative.
You exaggerate. I don't think I offer so much support. But I am immensely happy that I can help you in any way I can. This land deserves peace, and all the more so, its ruler.
Is there anything you'd like to tell me before we march off to battle?
I didn't want to distract you with such a trifle at this important moment, but let me again thank you for giving me a second chance. I have realized much along my journey, although I'd prefer my awakening hadn't been bought with innocent lives. From now on, I will be stricter with myself, and will spend more time helping those who need it. And one more thing. I'm not one for inspirational speeches, but let me wish you strength and luck. Your burden is the heaviest of all. May you be equal to the task.
Can't believe the betrayer got away with it all. It is time to march soon. Are you ready?
I'm with you until the end.
Alright. Into the portal we go. I mean, I could just bench 99% of that stuff. I do believe this might be my town. Yep. Or what's left of it, at least. Your Highness, we are prepared to repel an attack. Estral, help us. They're coming. There's no battle I can't handle. Who is Werner Degar? Loaching nail showing its true colours. Oh. Yep. I should have maybe cast a bunch of spells before stepping forward. Because now I'm going to have to do them in combat, which isn't great. What are you? I know he's on my side, but I have no idea what his abilities are. Why am I... Oh, I'm paralyzed. Okay. You're paralyzed. Ringangar. You don't suffer from paralysis, so you can just smack him. Right. I am paralyzed and I don't like it, which means that I cast freedom of movement on myself. Ta-da!
Clever ploy.
I've got nothing. I got no... We just start an epic conclusion of the battle. 6 misses in a row. Right, Rangungar. I forget. It's a positive 8 if I go against their flat-footed. Which is minus their dex. Let's start off with a vampiric touch. God, don't you just love it when you have got like 1 hit point remaining? Right, and freedom of movement on Valerie! The end comes not with a bang, but a lengthy series of whiffs. It just pretty much sums up my rolling throughout this entire campaign, though. Just all of the whiffs. Hey! We hit it once. Is that blessed us? Not sure. Right, and we do that one. We mess that guy up. Right, and then we freedom of movement. The Last of Us, which is Octavia. No guard bit the dust. Supplies. Yeah, that didn't quite go according to plan. Why did you just... Oh, he's confused. Of course he is. Right. Is one of us made large? Surprise! I don't think there's much more that Tristan can do for this. Right. Wander over there and beat him up. Chubliost. Just fire. Octavia, make the other one of us big.
You forced my hand.
Jubiliost, shoot that one. And murder that guy. Okay.
Your Highness, I beg to report. The city is flooded with hostile First World creatures, and your allies are scattered. It all happened within minutes. We entered the gate and the ground split open. Some went up, some down, and all somehow in complete silence. There's almost no communication between the islands, so our forces are separated and uncoordinated. But we fight as best we can. Also,
allow me to speak for myself, Sir Keston. Greetings, Your Highness. I humbly request you hear me out. I come from a duchy you probably haven't heard of, though it's only a day's journey from here. Many ages ago, it was destroyed by the fairy Nyrissa, and turned into a grain of dust for the sorceress's cursed cup.
So you are just a complete random new NPC.
I suppose you've guessed who I am, or rather, what I am. Warriors from all the fallen kingdoms were kept in the cup, and many returned as half-mad shadows. I have returned as well. I am the shadow of Sir Warren Dagar. But unlike the other shadows, I have no desire to fight for those who slaughtered my ruler and my people. If you'd allow me, I would help you in your noble cause as best I can.
Thank you for your offer, Sir Wen. I could use your help.
My sword is at your disposal. I will stay here for a while and help your people, but I will arrive at once when you face real danger. We shall see much of it on your head.
That's just a very much like what? Right, where are we having to go? Around this way. It's a chest with a javelin. Great stuff. I mean, I gotta say, oh. Wait. Oh. There's the Lantern King. You can't fault the game for its artistic styles. Ah, a buckler. +5. Because now is the moment you're supposed to be looking for new equipment. Oh yeah, that looks perfectly safe. Bye, Octavia!
This should do it.
Jesus. Wept on a skateboard. There's one of you out.
A calculated risk.
And there goes Tristan. Oh yeah, so let's just murder all the squishy ones. Didn't even see that guy there. I mean, he's not very stealthy, he's right there. No? Highlander gang. These are just his minions. There's someone. There he is. Right, great stuff. 2 people already messed up. Yep, select everybody, move over here.
In due time.
God dang it. I really didn't need to be down here.
I'll try to make this swift.
Where's the other one? Bombs away.
Consider me provoked.
It's traditional Octavia roll. Doesn't need much to hit the damn thing, but miss it she will.
So it's come to this.
Any odds on the Lantern King being an aspect of ceremony? I mean, now that you mention it, the form might be a bit of a clue, but I don't want to make a bet, because if that turns out to be the narrative, I don't want to be here anymore. You know, it's... I'm done. I am at peak plot twist. You know, there's only so much I can stomach when it comes to narratives and the whole twisting nature of them. You know, I don't mind a few plot twists here and there. It's really good when they do it once, maybe twice. But if the plot twists end up to the point where you can barely follow the narrative anymore, it starts to lose its punch. And I feel that if it got to the point that, you know, it's all like, aha, there's a final plot twist. I came down here for a great sword +5. Yep, no, I am avoiding all of the loot. It is just not worth it. What do you mean she can't charge that? Fine, charge it that one. I've got to look down at least.
Die for me.
Could you finish your charge off? Nope. Great. Still balked.
Will they ever learn?
You forced my hand.
How's your little swordy thing doing? I think it's dissipated. Yes, it has.
See what your entrails look like.
Do not falter. I'll fight if I have to.
A fine use of my talents.
Is that Rengungar talking about entrails? Yes. He's a bit of a character.
Bleed for me.
Let's
Finish
try
murdering
this.
that one. Now murder this one. That'll do. Hey, Octavia actually hit something. Just a bit much, really. He's a little bit of an edgelord, is Ringungar. Oh god, don't do that to us. It's one of them, I just have terrible feelings that, you know, most of this entire session is not going to be the finale. It's going to be the continual spawning battles up until the finale. Right, go mess that one up. Or miss that one. I really don't care.
I'll try to make this swift.
This will hurt.
You can't stop me.
Is that gonna catch? Yeah, it'll catch Ringungar. Who's not looking so healthy. Is it time for the grand finale part, where you will labour in grinding monsters for several days? Well, so far, hopefully I've made it through I'm on 2/3 of the map. But at the same token, it's there was a fight there, there was a fight there, there was a fight there, and it's saying that somebody's still over there. Not quite sure who, though. Oh well. Ignore that.
Onwards.
Let's try this way.
God dang it. God dang it. God dang it. The map labeled entrance. Oh god. Why did you have to point that out, Josh? So apparently this is just the entrance.
The weak suffer.
Yeah. That would imply that after the entrance there's something else.
Consider provoked.
Right, I would like a heal on the one we call Ringungar. Go, Tristan, go! He's right there, just reach out and touch him. Dive like you're crossing the finish. No, Ringungar's dead. It's been a long road getting from there to here. See, this is what you get for your mistakes.
A clever ploy.
Shit. Kind of don't want to waste this spell, but at the same token, there's nobody who really needs it. Give it to Valerie. Let's get rid of that status penalty of... What? How did it not get rid of the permanent wisdom drain?
Stay behind me.
It's been a long time, but my time is finally near. I have a feeling you're quoting something and I don't know what it is. See, there's a Kobold Skirmisher over there, which means that there might be something over there. But I'm not going over there because it will usually involve another fight. No, I think that's the way that I gotta go.
I shall end this suffering.
Supplies!
I'll cut you.
Ha! Primitives. Repent!
Enterprise, trying to see if I could get Loki to sing the lyrics to Star Trek Enterprise. Yeah, might help if I actually remembered the lyrics to Star Trek Enterprise. I don't. So that was never really going to happen. Sorry to disappoint.
This is for you.
Will they ever learn?
You forced my hand.
Murder that guy, and then get a cleave on that one, and then murder that one. So murder it, Valerie.
Didn't even break a sweat.
Die for me.
Fine use of my talents. A calculated risk.
I'll try to make this swift.
Let us strike one.
Do. So much of this is reliant on squad tactic or team. Oh, that's something. What's it in that? I'm trying to remember now. This is more for J Station more than anything else. I think, if I'm not mistaken, the Galaxy Exploration Operations Galaxy Exploration Manual includes teamwork feats.
This will hurt.
I saw a bunch of them. It might not have been in that. It might have been in one of the APs, but I did note that they'd added some into Starfinder. It's an interesting mechanic that I like, but at the same token, it does require some degree of cooperation between players. In this Pathfinder Kingmaker, it's been very easy to me to sort like everybody who is in melee has overflank or outflank. Outflank. Because whenever you and an ally who also have this feat are flanking the same creature, your flanking bonus on attack rolls increases to +4. In addition, whenever you score a critical hit against the flank creature, it provokes an attack of opportunity from your ally. So it's really useful that everybody who's in melee has this feat. But when it comes to tabletop game, and you know, it's been very easy for me to be sort of like, you get the feat, you get the feat, you get the feat, you get the feat, and you know, 6 people have got it. You don't usually get that degree of cooperation when it comes to, I mean, more often than not, when it comes to tabletop, is you tend to have a little bit more people not always choosing, you know, people have their characters pretty much built in the back of their minds from day one. So if teamwork feats is something that they've not considered, which is something that they probably wouldn't consider until it got to table time, because they don't know what everybody else is doing. You might, you know, outflank is great for all the melee characters, but most adventure paths are actually written for 4 people. You might have a wizard with a crossbow who stays at the back and casts spells. You might have a ranger who has a bow and casts spells, and the third option being the cleric, who prefers to stay at the back. You know, Tristan, for example, he's a great example of why he should be in the back, and cast spells and use a bow. So when it comes to melee, you've generally, you know, you could very easily end up with one person who's just going to be the melee guy. And if they choose at first level to spend a feat on a teamwork feat, it turns out to be completely useless. And also, you know, basically with that party makeup, with only one person being in melee, there's no scope for multiple people taking the teamwork feat for the melee abilities, like outflank. So, but I do like the idea of them. You know, there's some. I'm not sure if all of them are in the game, but I listened to a podcast where they play first edition, and there are some people who can get away with certain things. I think it's the Inquisitor, or it's the Gunslinger. I think it's the Inquisitor, where they have an ability that allows their teamwork feats to work as if any ally also had that feat. Which to a certain extent is great for anybody who's playing an Inquisitor, but it does also sort of like, you know, you have to play an Inquisitor to be able to take advantage of teamwork feats if your group isn't using feats, teamwork feats. Okay, I need to go back there because I'm messed up and Tristan is going to heal me. Tristan, heal me! I'm dying over here! Ta-da! So I just wanted to double check. What's my chances of getting another level up before the end? Probably not good unless, you know, defeat the Lantern King and that's not the end. And I get a bajillion XP for defeating the Lantern King and only for, you know, as J Station pointed out, so like Seren reveals their hand and it's all like, aha, I was behind it all along. I think though if that happens, I'm just going to quit the game. I think I'm just about done with this. To the point where it's like if they throw in too many more twists, I'm just going to be like, nah, I'm good. I'm just going to pretend like the game ended there. Glad these lightning strikes really aren't hitting people. Where am I? Don't even know where I'm trying to get to, in all honesty.
Primitives.
You know, walking up here, I thought this was sort of like the entrance to my palace kind of thing, but it's all that's not my palace. Throne. That's it. Throne room. Entrance to my throne room, that's what I'm looking for.
I'll cut you.
Let us strike as one.
Aha, an entrance.
Here, my friend.
Let's pop one of those. Let's go. Here's all the things you could have had. Thing is, I have a feeling that I might not get a chance to rest and or ruined warehouse. Right, well you need to get murdered. Like really bad. What's that spell? Yeah. Ba 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 ba. That guy turned up again. Kill stealing hippie. Until he proves that he's not a kill stealing hippie, I'm just going to refer to him as kill stealing hippie. Right. What's the biggest boom that I can get away with using that's not going to hurt my friends? Can I do this? That's going to catch everybody.
This will hurt.
With Ringer, are you toggling on or off his ability to let him deliver a spell with his weapon and use the extra attack to deliver it, because they will lower his chance to hit? Or you could use a fatigue touch cantrip all the time. I did not know that was a thing. As always, I don't know what I'm doing. Right. Spell. I should have. Oh, here we go. Haste. He just healed himself, which is good because it means that he's worried about things. Right, Jublios. Let's throw some force bombs at this guy. You do know you could hit, maybe? Purely optional, I'm pretty sure. Instead of a 3 melee touch attack and only allowed to deliver a spell, the Magnus makes 1 free melee attack with his weapon. So it's that ability. I love the way that we can, in theory, turn off these wings. It's like, wings, no, I don't want you to work right now. So I could turn that off, or I could use Touch of Fatigue to try and make them fatigued. Right, I've got that on now by default. But I can do things like Vampiric Touch to override it. Of course, that kind of depends on whether he hits or not.
You forced my hand.
Make with the murder! Anybody want to hit him? Who's got true sight? I think it's Dubry Watson. Tristan. Try and make him fall over again. Why don't? Ooh. This is one of them times where it's like these numbers above their heads are completely useless. There's just far too much noise going on there. How are you feeling? You're not feeling great. See, told you weren't feeling so well.
Do not falter.
Right, go. See, Vampiric Touch should still be active. But it's not letting me use it because... for whatever reason. Oh yeah, I was supposed to heal me. Oh well, it didn't heal me.
Try this way.
Why has he become the bad guy all of a sudden? You were supposed to be on our side. You bastard. Too many people.
My training pays off.
Because the weapon is still charged with the spell of his last turn as he missed. Yeah, it should have been, but it wasn't. I don't think.
Die for me. Bleed for me.
Right, Tristan, do me a favor and heal me. Right, you.
Unexpected outcome.
You betrayed me. You started stabbing Octavia. Is that more people just come in? Why does that thing glow? Oh, can't use it. Okay. Valerie, murder that guy. Rengangar, murder that guy. There we go. Correctly murdered. Right, Tristan. It's gonna have to heal me again. I can't afford to get too far away.
This is for you.
I don't like the fact that the crystal keeps glowing. Right, everybody go back the other way.
I'll cut you.
Hey Ali, how's it going? It's been 4 months. I'm surprised. I'm still playing the same game. I say that, I'm surprised it's still the same game. It's been... it's been over 6 months I've been playing this. Possibly even closer to 8. Just seems to go on forever. I have a feeling that I might be getting towards the end. I think. Don't know. It's difficult to tell because I keep throwing curveballs at me.
Will they ever learn?
Probably not. You definitely said that about 3 months ago. I mean, yeah. I think I'm getting towards the end, but I'm a little bit reluctant to say, yes, this is getting to the end. Because every time that I've thought that it's about close to the end, this thing keeps summoning in more people. And I don't like it. I think it's summoning in more people. But there's definitely more people at the door than there was when I started. Can I use this thing? Can I smash this thing? Can I throw this thing out the window? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it ends. Because just to catch you up a little bit, I'm level 18. Now, I have a feeling that I missed some content that I was supposed to maybe do. I don't know. But at some point, I've got to run out of stuff to do. It just can't keep going on forever. I keep meaning to throw some heals out, but I keep just shooting the crossbow with Tristan. Not that there's any good reason to. Alright. So now it's just people by the door. Are you blind? You are blind. So, like, why is it Jubileos seems to be getting a lot of these concealment things, and it doesn't seem to be affecting anybody else, apart from Tristan. And Tristan is blind, and he's been blind for a while. Well, it wasn't meant as an insult, as like, are you blind? Is that why? It was actually a genuine question as to sort of like why he keeps getting the concealment or having to roll for concealment. Tristan's eyes got burnt out of his skull. He's the literal blind guy. The Jubileos has just been cursed with magic to be blind. The fact that Tristan's actually been inflicted with the curse of blindness, kind of redundant. Right, Valerie, make with the murder. There we go. Let's get some temps going. Right, Tristan. Remove blindness on Jubileos. Maybe that was why he was having so much trouble with the bombs. Stop using spells against me. I'm not got much protection against those. There we go.
I'll try to make this swift. This should do it.
Yeah, blindness in this isn't actually as difficult as it is in a tabletop, I've got to say. Or it's not as difficult as some GMs can make it in a tabletop. Now, I think it very much does depend on who your GM is, depends on how crippling blindness can be. In this case, it's not too bad because it's like Tristan's blind, but
So it's come to this.
I can still tell him to attack the target that I want, and he gets all of his attacks. He moves around at a fair pace. and he doesn't occasionally just fall on his face. There we go. Okay, we seem to be running out of bad guys.
You can't stop me.
You can't hit anything either, so I don't know what you're bragging about. I love the way that Jubileos is no longer blind, but still can't hit anything. Alright, is it worth popping off the heal? Everybody's got a little bit of injuries. Yeah, there we go. Thank you, the Lord, for the fact that I've got freedom of movement going on most people, because I'm seeing a lot of it in this where it's like failing saving throws, but people are immune to paralysis. It's all like that has been probably one of the game-changing spells to remember to use. Okay, great stuff. Why is this crystal glowing? Oh, it's a fragment of the Apology. Fragment of the Apology, Neris's goblet that was used to measure her tasks in destroying 1,000 kingdoms. Right. Well, here's the storyteller. Are you going to be the bearer of bad news? Your Highness, the artifact you just found is of the utmost importance. It's a fragment of the accursed Apology goblet. Somewhere in the city, a few more still remain. If you can find and deliver these fragments to me, I will try to destroy them, thus weakening the power of the Lantern King. Ah, you kidding me? I just want this to be over. I just want to open up the door to get out of here and just be like, aha, there's a Lantern King. Battle to the death. Possibly mine. But I'll give it, you know, a good couple of tries, and if I fail, I'll cry a little and then lower down the difficulty. I've made it this far on normal difficulty. I hope to be able to see it to the end. But no, every step of the way it's like, are you sure you want to progress? There's no turning back. And it's like, yes, I want to go to the final battle. I know that there's no turning around. Ah, now you must gather the fragments of the cup. It's like, just the bond between the creation and its creator is complicated but inconceivable. When the Lantern King created the cup, the material symbol for Neris's curse, he never dreamed that his creation might be used against him, and yet it can be done. I have devoted my life to creating and reforging artifacts from ages past, but now I shall have to do the opposite, to reduce one to dust, not to restore it. Do you know where to look for the fragments of the cup? They might be anywhere, Your Highness. Everything is so chaotic I can barely sense their presence at all. Do you know where my other allies are? They are scattered across the island that the capital has become. This is fortunate in a way. The servants of the Lantern Kings are also scattered, chasing them. Our task would have been much harder if their forces were assembled here. Don't worry about your allies. You must focus on your mission. They will protect themselves and find a way to rejoin you sooner or later. Give a fragment of a cup to the storyteller. The storyteller carefully takes a fragment from your hand and sighs, as if yielding to the inevitable. My hands are trained to create and restore, not to destroy. But in destroying this fragment, we will protect thousands of lives from destruction. It must be done. Do we have any idea how many fragments there are? No, right. How's everybody doing? Do I need a rest? That's my main question. I don't think I do at this stage. Oh, I'm also on a 20-day deadline. Don't know if that means much. It's a little bit disconcerting that it's a 20-day deadline. Just with it being 20 days, it's all like, this could go on for a while. But I think it's also... Right, this is a central passage. For this part of the book, of a chapter, the Cursed King will fail in 19 days and 7 hours, which basically means I just can't have one fight, rest, have one fight, rest. But it's not been very punishing on the deadlines. Oh, and this is 19 in-game days. It's not, like 20 days from now. It's not been a very punishing deadline as far as I've had throughout the rest of the game. The start of the game, you've got 90 days to secure the stolen lands. I think I did it in about 60 days, maybe less, can't quite remember. If anybody cares that much, you can go back through my YouTube channel and find where it happened. So I'm not too concerned at the moment, but at the same token, it's all like, if it's giving me 20 days and I'm expected to use 3/4 of that, roughly, then it means that I've got 15 in-game days to go. Which means a lot of fighting. And I shouldn't have gone up to try and talk to him. Huh. There goes one guard. There goes 2 guards. There goes 3 guards. Hey, Megavan, you're not looking so healthy there either. Oh, no, he's dead as well. So their point in all of this was useless. No. Make with murder somebody. Just start with murdering. You are allowed to hit them. When you're ready. Ooh, you actually hit for once. It's not usually Octavia who hits.
See what your entrails look like.
Why am I doing so bad with the hitting right now? I mean, I'm gonna bless. Just to see if we can't change it a little bit, but we're not doing very well with the hitting.
Bleed for me. Show me your heart.
Bum ba bum. Gotta run one more meeting today, last one. Good luck, and yep, see you soon as well. Daddy bye.
This will hurt.
So glad that I do get into a lot of meetings, but at the same token, my company's having a bit of a sort of like sanity check on meetings. Or they did do the last day. You know, they encourage people to do sanity checks on meetings and be sort of like, every now and again, just ask yourself, why are you in this meeting? Do you need to be in this meeting? If the answer is no, do something else rather than attending useless meetings. Delay until after Tristan. Actually, you've got heals. Heal me. Right, you're out of heals. How many heals do you have left? You don't have any heals left. I'm glad that I did it with Julius. Thought you had one left at least. I mean, he does have that ability to bonded sacred item, something like that. Make with a murder.
Die for me.
Hey, you survived that brutal murdering you received. A good fight and no paperwork. I miss these. You mean you miss when you just got bludgeoned to death and died? Where's that gonna go down? What does going down there do for me? I hate my curiosity sometimes. Hiya! It seems to be nothing more than just murdering this thing. Ancient Will-o'-the-Wisps have arrived, though.
Onwards! A fine use of my talents. Yourself open. This should do it.
Surprise.
A clever ploy.
There's nothing down here. So, remind myself yet again, don't go anywhere you don't need to. Follow the yellow brick road. It might be crumbling down around you, but it keeps you on the path.
I am your shield.
A calculated risk.
Bleed for me.
Primitives. This will hurt.
And then they exploded.
You forced my hand. Let's try this way.
I'll cut you.
Just somebody kill it anytime you're ready. There we go. Thank you, Valerie. Right, where am I going? I don't think I can get that way, so I'm not gonna go that way. I'm gonna go this way instead. Shoot.
Die for me.
This should
Make
do
with the murder. Need to consider that I need to rest soon-ish.
This is for you.
Death comes. The weak suffer. I endure.
a calculated risk.
Which essentially just means I need to start considering making the use of everything that I got. Because at the end of the day, if I rest, it's not going to do anything for me particularly if I've not used everything up. I should have done a thing on that one. Oh well, it doesn't matter, you missed anyway. Hey, you actually hit this.
Let us strike as one.
Right.
This will hurt.
Say I did. Jubilios, can you throw some bombs at that guy? What's this button do? Oh, heal mass.
I'll fight if I have to.
Well, so much for my hopes of just being able to. I don't think I'm going to get to the end. I'm just thinking now. It's like I'm about an hour, halfway through the stream, an hour and a half in, and I've not even started on the end boss fight. Which suggests to me that I'm not going to get and finish the end boss fight today. Right, I want you to do that, do that, do that, do that, do that. God dang it.
You can't stop me.
I forgot they were immune to cold. That's one of the things that's a little bit aggravating. I'm pretty sure if I went through the entirety of Pathfinder's spells, and there are a lot of them, so it might take me a while, but I'm pretty sure they've got to have a high level ray spell that, you know, doesn't do cold damage, which is what these guys, or one of the things that they're immune. No, it's just cold that they're immune to, but it seems as though these are the main bad guys that I have been fighting pretty much this entire time. Throw the bombs at the other guy this time. That was
So it's come to this.
impressively annoying. So many saving throws. Because this is an 8th level spell. The polar ray. Ooh. And I'm pretty sure it's the only whatchamado, 8th level ray that you get. Yet at this level, all the bad guys are immune to it. I say all of them, probably not all of them, but a lot of the people I've been fighting for quite a while now has been these wild hunt archers and people. And the fact that they're all immune to cold. You'd think they'd give the high level spellcasters at least one spell that's worth casting. Maybe metamagic up her raise before you rest. I might do. I'm not sure how much because this is the thing, it's supposed to be, so if I'm metamagic, scorching ray, there we go. How do I do this again? Oh, there we go. Maximum 3 rays at 11th for 4d6 per ray, which if they all hit is 12d6. And then if I go to this one, it's 1d6 cold damage per caster level, maximum 25d6. Plus 1d4 points of dex damage. I'm essentially having to use this 2nd level spell at 8th level for maybe 12d6. Because the ray that they do give you at 8th level just doesn't do anything against a majority of the bad guys. Now, one of the things that I am a little bit aware of is the Lantern King looks to be a giant ball of fire. So I'm bit of metagaming here. I don't think he's going to be immune to cold and take much from the scorching ray. So I might not do all of the slots and switch them over to high level scorching rays. It's an interesting thing because there's Hellfire, which is fire, and Unholy, which isn't subjected to fire resistance. Up to a maximum of 15d6, which is what she would get. So half of that, well, 15d6 averages out at 7 for 2. 7 times 7 is 49 plus 3.5, 42, 52 roughly. So 26 points of non-resistant damage. There's also Elemental Assessor. Which actually might be worthwhile bumping up. Because it does 2d6 points of acid, 2d6 points of cold, 2d6 points of fire, and 2d6 points of electricity. The energy type that does the most damage to the target then persists, dealing another 4d6 of that damage type for per round for 1d4 rounds. Therefore, if there's something in that list that they're not immune to, one of the things that I think I noticed with this, though, is the extra sneak attack damage that she does is not always of the best type. It's a little bit difficult to make the judgment call on that, because one of the things, it's like the precision damage should be of the damage type of the spell. Now, usually what happens is when, or in Starfinder, for example, or with the Hellfire one, where it's 50% half fire, half unholy, you roll all of the dice and then you take the totals and split them up. With this one, what it's doing, it's like you roll 2d6 and then 2d6, then 2d6, then 2d6. So where does the precision damage factor into that? Because, in the Hellfire one, you just take the 15d6 and then the sneak attack die, put them into one pile, roll them all, and do it that way. But yeah, the Elemental Assessor and the Hellfire Ray might be better ones to actually split up. Because the Hellfire Ray, 50% of the damage is always going to get through, which is 15d6, whereas this does 8d6 plus 4d6, assuming something isn't immune to all of them, which it could be. Probably a better one than the Scorching Ray.
Give the order.
Surprise! Bombs away!
Repent.
And acid. Hey, you actually hit.
I didn't even break a sweat. This will hurt.
Started throwing in will-o'-the-wisps.
This is for you!
Rude. Right, who's it? Okay, you're nearly dead.
Let's try this way.
Then just swing at other things until they die as well. That could have been epic. You could have taken out 3 of them in 1 round, but no, you had to go and start missing. Ow. Not nice. Play fair. Okay, maybe the resist electricity was kind of redundant. Those guys didn't seem to be too threatening.
This should do it.
I'll cut you.
Okay.
That is not far.
It's a monkey. How are we doing? How are we doing? God dang it. Owlbats. Nearly got one of them. And then it got Rengongar.
Will they ever learn?
Probably not Jubilios, because we keep murdering them.
Hungry.
Right, continue sneaking around the backside of this caravan. Oh look, it's an ambush. Oh look, all of the guards are dying. Lost. You do not want to be stood there, my friend. Octavia, you have even less desire to be stood there. Forget you're immune to cold. Should really have learned that by now. I've killed so many of these people. Tristan, just back up a teeny weeny bit. Pop a heal. Some of them are not looking so healthy.
Hey, can someone help me?
Nope. I just healed her, goddammit. Guessing that was a guard.
A fine use of my talent.
Hey look, a guard's still alive. Right, can I trust the AI? I can't. But I'd rather Octavia not be dead.
Death comes.
A little bit of resurrection sickness from Dubry, what's it there? Right, you're not looking healthy. So we're gonna find that we've run out of vampiric touches. We're gonna do a mirror image. And then murder that guy. Go murder the archer. Really need to stop using that. It's not all that great against these guys.
Never die.
Could you just not though? So the other problem with Octavia, she needs to actually hit. I mean, it's kind of the same problem for everybody, but most of her spells are wasted because she just can't hit for squit. murder that one. Thank you. God dang it.
The weak suffer. I endure.
I can't catch. I don't think I can. No. There we go. Caught most people with it.
Consider me provoked.
Why did you run up and try and stab that guy? You're in serious danger of getting murdered. Oh, shoot. Is that wearing off? God dang it.
You forced my hand.
Right, we may have a problem here. One of these days I'd like that spell to hit. There goes Octavia again. And I'm not looking too good.
Calm down. I'm not dead yet.
God damn it. Right, run up and stab that guy.
Ha! Primitives.
Just try and hit the tank. That's what they're there for. I didn't really want to use this at this time, but there we go. Everybody's feeling a little bit better. Oh dear, they killed the final guard. Finally. I'm running out of spells. I'm running out of spells. Actually, more, I'm running out of spell casters. Right, move over there. I'm prepared to cast. Let's have 3d6 of whatever they are. Or 1d3 of whatever comes up. And a couple of Davers. I assume they're Devas. Julius has been blinded again. Right, what else do I have at the really high level stuff?
Let's try this way.
Supplies. Interesting. I want you to do the daft thing of moving a little bit down here so we don't lose sight of these guys. Yeah, that really was a daft idea.
This should do it.
Shit, I lost the divas as well. Hello, Valerie, it's just me and you. If you're tanking and my stabbing, we should be able to defeat this army.
Will they ever learn?
Bum ba bum.
Stay behind me.
Right. Oh, are you kidding me? Right. Guess we're murdering these now.
Let us strike as one.
If we're all gonna pick on Julius, might as well make them hurt. Which one have we been stabbing? This one. What else? Oh, we got some heals. Have some healing. Why not?
All my knowledge, all my genius, lost.
Right. This one.
This will hurt.
Julius, lie there. Do not much. No, no. Die. Alright. That one.
Do not fall back.
love the way that he was going, when this guy was hitting them for no damage. It's like when you bang your elbow and go, ow, when then it's like, oh wait, that didn't actually hurt.
Let's try this way.
Getting there.
Onwards.
So many dead bodies lying around. Some of them my allies. You know, when I get good rolls, I'm actually pretty good at doing the whole damage thing. Hi, we'd not forgotten about you.
Let us strike as one.
God dang it. Yes, regret life choices. Right. There we go. Stop the bleeding. I'll just settle this diplomatic understanding with the First World and return to matters of court. So I have a problem that not Jubiliost. Yes, Tristan. That's what we're calling him. Right, I think now's the moment that I turn around and go back the other way. Tristan's dead. Like, dead. So I need to get back to the party selection thing so that I can get a harem. Huh. Who? Black scary, make much noise, spells not hurt it, heal itself very strong. Do you know where the live metal came from? It come from Big Broken Cup, with it come warm blood shadow, shortening crown, bush of hair on her face, metal is shadow too, I see. They come from the past and want return their kingdom, bad when dead shadow walk. They attack us, long tail arrows kill warm blood shadow. Metal very angry by this. Thank you for the warning, I have to go. If I find this, you take them. It make black metal not heal. Longtail cannot defeat it, but you can. Ah. That's going to be a bit annoying. Right, okay, so back the way we came.
Yes.
Because none of these four people have resurrection magic. Could I change people leaving this place? I couldn't. Oh, god damn it. When's the last time that I could change people? There's the storyteller. Yeah, I know that the time is running out, it's just I need my people. Have any resurrection scrolls? I think we've had this discussion before, and I think I might have one left. I've got 2 raised dead scrolls. There we go.
How may I help?
But he's in the bug state. God dang it. So, go find his corpse. I know I left it over here somewhere. Did I leave it over here somewhere?
So, any brilliant ideas?
No, Julius, I have no brilliant ideas. That's why I keep you around. What's your brilliant idea? There we go.
Something bothering you?
Right, now where did... Okay, that's one of them back up on their feet properly without bugging out. And that's both of them on the feet without bugging out. Great stuff. Okay. Now we wait until Ringon are responsive. And now we run back here for a rest, because I'm just about out of resources. And everybody's small again. And I think I can do that trick one more time. Thank you, Josh, by the way, if I've not already said it. It's just one of them where it's like, there's so many different things that I keep forgetting about. Right. Storyteller. Here's a fragment. Another one, Your Highness. Good. I feel the wall of power that encloses your former residence is slowly melting. 3 fragments may be enough to clear their path. Ergo, there's one more fragment. Right, 3 hours later. Still in the first day of 20. Still slightly concerned that Valerie's and Rengongar's wisdom damage is not going away.
Don't hesitate.
So I do wonder if it's a bug that it's like it's a 3-hour rest. Should be 3 hours then plus the actual resting time of like 8 hours. Did I think I did. I talked to that guy. Right. Let us save it here. Because we know we're walking into danger. So. We legendary properties. The 3 usual.
Share your trouble.
And then we... freedom of movement, the 3 usuals. And then we go through this door. And then we remember we forgot to change Octavia's spells. But oh well. What do you mean you can't charge it? Now is not the time for messing.
I'll cut you.
That's painful.
Repent.
Why am I stunned?
Do not falter.
Tristan. Nope. I appear to be in need of healing.
This should do it. As it should be.
And some channels to make Ringnungar look slightly healthier. Yeah, that'll do. Right, another good fight fought. Let's wonder what's in the useless chest. Ooh, that's actually not useless. There it is. You get that one, and you get that one. 35 con. Boom. Right. Let's quick save it again, just in case stepping out the door is a bad idea. Ravaged Capital Castle Threshold. I don't like the look of this map. Right, I don't see any fragment over there. Not entirely sure how you're supposed to get over here. There's a fragment. Right, so I want to head that way. Whichever way that way is.
In due time.
Oh look, more bad guys. Oh look, they just don't like the Ringungar.
I endure.
A clever ploy. A calculated risk.
Yes, everybody charge to your dooms. Right, let's have a heal on Ringungar. Ta-da! Looking better.
I'll try to make this swift.
I'm stuck. I'm stuck until everybody else at least moves. Why does everybody hate Ringonger? Did you have to go disturbing those guys? See? God damn it. Do I have prepped dimension doors? Will I trade them all out in favor of... I think I traded them all out. Shit. Well, before you die, do something useful.
Will they ever learn?
His body had a moment.
This will
Could you not? That's all I ask, is just don't. Ba 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 ba. You're not looking too healthy anymore.
A fine use of my talents.
What talent? You missed every single shot.
Let's try this one.
Training pays off.
Then they exploded.
A clever ploy.
Make with the matter. Alright.
Yourself open.
So Octavia is permanently dead. Ray's dead. Why is it not included Octavia in that little
I'm listening.
boop? There we go. How are we doing on that level up? Yeah, nowhere near. Gaspir Leon Seti. Oh, a Jabberwocky. Well, the shadow of the Jabberwocky at least.
I'll cut you.
Oh look, a second Jabberwocky. And bad guys! Yay! Just what I always wanted. A mess. Oh, that's very nice. Nobody's yet really clustered around. Who is Darwin? And why aren't they attacking it? God dang it. Ah, shit. Jabberwockies are immune to lightning. Or we fail to overcome the spell resistance. Let's have another vampiric touch. I love the way that we've barely scratched that thing. I don't really want to do this, but it'll clear everybody's confusions, and it'll top a lot of people up. Is that my diva? Yeah, that's my diva.
This should do it.
Well, at least you hit once before everybody went insane again.
Stay behind me.
Okay. Right. How are dropping Jabberwocky? What are the resistances? Okay, acid, electricity, sonic resistances, energy, immunity, fire, sleep and paralysis, which is just about all of the spells. So, casting spells against that thing is nigh on useless. Does everybody have haste? Is haste still going? Haste isn't going. Let's have a haste up in here. If anybody's just joining us, we're somewhere near the end. I don't know anymore. We're having to collect pieces of an apology. Putting them back together again so that we can unoffend somebody potentially. I really do. I've lost the plot. But there's a big ball of fire that I'm expecting to fight at some point. Right, can we please murder that thing? Thank you. Right, now just murder whatever you want, because there's another one over there, which we'll get to round about now. I didn't want to do that. Did that help at all on that? No. Oh well.
This is for you.
There's this guy over here. Darwin? There we go. Oh, he's paralyzed. That's why. So, like, isn't he supposed to be doing something? Maybe. Who knows? Right. How's it doing? How's it doing? There it is. We've nearly got rid of this one. Of course, this is one of them fights where every time that we've been picking up a piece of the cup, and I'm guessing that this is a piece of the cup over there because it's glowing every now and again. Every time that we've ended up going against a fight close to one of those, it's like, aha, you've killed half of the bad guys. Here's some more! Why are you large? You seem large.
So it's come to this.
I'll throw some bombs at it. Not bad. Regret life choices. Or don't.
Let us strike at once.
Ah, there we go. Regretting life choices.
Do not falter. You can't stop me.
No, it's getting you started that's a problem.
You forced my hand.
Let's
Mother.
This should do it.
Don't think it's actually going to spawn in any more bad guys. Which is kind of a good thing, because I was hoping that the Jabberwockies were most of the problem.
Consider me provoked.
Hey, you actually hit something. Do hope that person at the back wasn't supposed to be useful.
Will they ever learn?
Nope, because you keep killing them, Jubiliost. Dead people don't learn too well. How many times do I have to tell you that? I'm glad to a certain degree that I found the option to slow down the amount of that the NPCs talk, because I do think I would have gone crazy by now.
See what your entrails look like.
I'll try to make this swift.
A calculated risk. I didn't even break a sweat.
I thought I was one who had complicated relationships. I still don't know who you are. Wait, maybe he's a guy that I helped found his own little city, town? Something like that. Right. Let's come back over here. Ah, here's the storyteller. Knew he'd catch up. The third, yes, and the last one. Prepare yourself, your highness. With the third fragment, the barrier around your castle will fall. The Lantern King will be waiting, ready to give you an audience. Right. I've got 19 days and 3 hours left to potentially do this last bit. I think I can afford a rest. Nope. Yes, I know the time's running out, but you only ever penalise me in 3 hour increments. So I'm just going to take the 3 hours increments. Right, everybody prep. I forgot to change the spells again. Ah, screw it, it'll be fine. Thank you, Josh. Yes, as soon as I clicked on rest and it was like, clicked on Octavia, it was like, spells. She doesn't do much anyway. I don't know if I've built her wrong somewhere along the lines. I know that there's some aspects of her character. So if we just take a quick look at her classes. Yes, she could have done with another level in Arcane Trickster. Yes, maybe not so many levels in Rogue, more levels in Wizard. Maybe she'd be at 9th level spells by now. But at the same token, I do not know why, but her to hit with even touch attack spells seems to be awful. Now, that could just be I'm using the wrong spells against the wrong enemies. I'm perfectly willing to admit I make mistakes. I've made a lot on this stream. But even then, there's so many times where I just don't think she's got the skills needed to see this through to the end.
Together we are unstoppable.
Right. Just kind of makes me wonder what's up that way. But not enough to actually go check. Your footsteps echo from the ceiling to the ravaged throne room. The sounds attract the attentions of old Remus, slouching on the steps of the throne. He looks up, shakes his head slightly as if displeased, but keeps silent. Nothing betrays the mask of a deity in this haunched man.
Still hiding behind masks, eldest. Isn't it time you cast them away?
Nerissa suddenly appears beside you in a bolt, like a bolt of lightning in the night sky.
Words, words. How little value we attach to them, and how much they truly mean. But I've grown tired of words and prophecies. I will no longer predict chaos and death. Instead, I will show them to you, myself.
Oh yes, the time has come! The time of fate and curses!
Opening move by Nerissa. Ray of Annihilation. Critical miss. Surprise. I'm a rogue. I can kill you. Bum. Taking a little bit of a defensive here. So what do we know about the Lantern King? I don't believe for a moment this is his final form. just too many things don't add up. You know, it's like level 20 monk, level 10 fae, 485 hit points, some impressive ACs, but barely any immunities. Also, he's not a great big ball of fire. I wonder what happens if I try and throw him in a hungry pit. Why is this? Oh no, it worked there. That was useless. Oh well.
So it's come to this.
Victory is inevitable.
Trivialious. Throw some bombs at the Lantern King. They're funny. I said that wasn't funny.
This is for you.
Repent.
The Lantern King. Focus on the Lantern King, Narissa. You have big spells.
Stay behind me.
There we go. Right, so the bombs, they do nothing. Everything ends. All enemies within 50-foot burst centered on a creature within medium range. Not affected by the target's spell resistance is swift action to cast, and I do believe that it's just ended every fracking ability that I put on. How rude. Come on, make him explode. Did you just... Right. Come around this way. Avoid the pit. It's probably not good for business.
Let us strike as one.
A fine use of my talents.
Right, deny Dex. Let's see what happens. Oh, he does have a chance to hit. You Why did I just skip my turn?
Clever boy.
I got 2 of these. Ooh, you got close that time.
Do not falter.
Throw some bombs. Ooh. One of them actually hit. Right, so do that, then we will... Actually can... No, let's do that next round. Need to haste. Just that extra attack. Might help tip the balance. Tristan, start slowly making your way around the back of them. Want to get to Valerie for a greater restoration.
Onward.
Because them negative levels suck. Right, we're gonna do a haste. Right, can we, because how many negative levels are you on? You're on 8 negative levels, that's probably not a good number. Hate the way this game works sometimes.
This will hurt.
Keep throwing bombs. Because if occasionally he fails a saving throw. Greater restoration, Valerie. Ta-da! Feeling better. Ray of Annihilation. Work. No? Okay, you did nothing. Bombs away! What's his saving throws like? Lowest is a 29.
You forced my hand.
It's possibly supposed to good time to heal. Hey! You hit.
You don't seem to like my curses. Maybe you like my jokes better?
It's one down. Hey, Octavia, you're back.
I'll fight if I have to.
Die for me.
Everyone feel better. Supposed to use bombs.
Let's try this way.
I think Norris has just given up.
Bleed for me.
I'll try to make this swift.
God
You can't stop me.
dang it, Octavia. Oh, I'm the one who's dominated. Oh, that didn't help.
The time for laughter has passed. It's the hour of hunt and chaos. Fear me.
So how many final forms do you reckon this guy has?
Dead yet.
Now everybody who just got summoned into the pit, fall into the pit. It's only fair. Really do wish that would give me more than one. Must remember to use the bombs. I don't like the fact that Narissa has like one spell. She uses a bunch of... Oh god. There's Narissa. Shazbot. Didn't quite remove the paralysis as I was hoping.
Will they ever learn?
Where's my diva? Summoned Myoric Diva deals 41 points of damage to Tristan. Oh, confusion, great. You turn up, get confused, and stab your creator. Some frickin' angel you are. Back in Dungeons and Dragons and Baldur's Gate, there was a few spells, one called Sequence and one called Contingency. Contingency was great because what you do is, if terrible things were about to happen or were happening, you could get it to set off a chain of spells. Usually you're like, if you hit less than 50% of your hit points, then a heal would go off, mirror image, blur, that kind of thing, just to really kind of give you another fighting chance, but you'd cast that at the start of a day. The other one was called Sequence, and what that would allow you to do is, in a you cast the Sequence spell, and then you would cast a bunch of other spells, like Freedom of Movement and Legendary Proportions, and then you get a glyph that you could then click on to cast it at a later point, allowing you just to unload a whole host of spells all with one action. Because I'm getting the feeling that I'm going to have to abandon this and reload. Because I'm down to Jubileos. And as much as he's useful with his bombs, I don't think he stands a chance against this lot. Oh wait, nope, there he went. And I've already cast a lot of the spells that I need in this fight. That part of the fight. I also need Death Ward on Valerie. That Hungry Pit in the middle also really didn't help me. I actually think I need to go further back than this. No, it's not auto-saving. Right. I mean, I've still got 19 days. So I'm not too concerned about going back to the storyteller. Need to go... Right, I need to make a list of things that I need to do. I need to go through Octavia's list. Sort out her spells. I need to go back to a storyteller. I need to rest up so that I get all the spells. Might burn a couple of spells just getting rid of the wisdom damage on Valerie and Rengongar. I don't really feel that it makes too much of a difference, but it might be just enough, because this will be lowering their will saving throws because their wisdom is down. It's not by much in both cases. It's only by like 4 points, which is, I mean, it's killing Valerie's will, but it's actually not that much of a difference anyway, because it's only gonna go up by like 2 to an 11. And again, the same for Rengongar, which will take it back to a 19. It's not great, but it might help. Go through Octavia's spells, make sure everything's prepped there. Potentially go through Tristan's spells as well, and get rid of some of these spells. I don't know what to... do I just prepare 3 mass heals? Because these summons don't do squat for me. That last one ended up more damaging than anything else. But yeah, we're already over the time that I usually stream to. So there's going to be at least one more stream of this. Session 80. It's a good round number to finish on, I think. A round number. That's what I'll tell myself. So yeah, let's go back to this. Just talking. So yeah, that's what I need to do. I need to go back into this a little bit more prepared. It's a little bit annoying that it's it's got the perfect counter to everything. You know, it's like when you're playing at a table, going into a boss fight, and you know that you're going into a boss fight. Sometimes you get surprised by them and you've got to be very reactive. But it's not often. Often you have an idea when you're walking into trouble, like I've been doing ever since the House of the Edge of Time, where it's like, okay, we wake up in the morning, we cast all of these spells just to keep us in peak fighting condition. And so you do that. You rest, you cast all your spells, you go to the end boss, and this guy has got as a swift action, all things come to an end and just ends every buff that you've got going. That is new levels of BS. If I was to pull that out at table, I think one of the players would shank me. You know, as they're spending all these resources. Because this is the thing, a lot of high-level spells, especially at the tabletop, it's like, yeah, I'm going to spend 500 gold on casting this, I'm going to spend this much money on diamonds to cast these spells, and the dinosaur bones, and the rest of everything that I've got going on. It's costing the players money. And then just for them to walk through the door and it's like, everything ends, poof, get rid of all of your buffs. The players would shank you. You know, I'm not happy that I'm basically going to be sort of like resting up. Not casting these spells. Going into that first fight. Maybe casting a few, you know, a bless, a haste, that kind of thing. To try to get him to trigger it. And once he's done that, I hope he doesn't have another one up his sleeve, and I'll start casting all the little spells while combat is going on. You know, it's going to take Octavia and Tristan out of it, trying to get all of these spells off. But it comes to that fight with all them elves, and straight away, Valerie, Chiron, Octavia, paralyzed. That's half the group just out of it. And especially when it's paralysis on Valerie and Chiron, most of their AC is made up of those. So that's gone. And then it's like they're totally defenseless as they're getting shanked. And this is a continual effect. You know, I had it in the House at the Edge of Time, which is why I've started casting Freedom of Movement around every time that we wake up. It's because once Chiron and Valerie and Octavia got hit by that paralysis, there was nothing that I could do with them until the end of the fight and the paralysis wore off. You know, yes, I could do a remove paralysis, but it will come back again. That's not useful. So yeah, I think I need to go away. I need to re-prep for this final fight. That'll be on next Tuesday. 6 o'clock usual time. I stream Tuesdays and Thursdays here on my channel, Pathfinder Kingmaker. That's the next session is probably going to be the end of it. But after that, I'll be going on to Torment Tides of Numenera. That'll be on the Thursday. Unless in the 3 hours on Tuesday I don't get this final fight over and done with. If that doesn't happen on the Tuesday, what I'm likely to be doing is on the Thursday starting up the stream and being sort of like, yep, I've had no great ideas about this. I will be thinking, if I had come up with a fantastic idea that might help, I might do that. I might go off and read some game guides and be sort of like, everything that you need to know about the fight with the Lantern King, how to deal with everything. Hopefully it's stuff that I've got access to. If that still doesn't work, then next Thursday what I'm likely to do is drop down the difficulty to something just so that I can finish the fight and say, hey, yeah, I finished the plot. I'd rather not do it on the story mode, because I've come most of the way through this game without dropping down the difficulty. I think I did it once for some bullshit fight fairly early on, where it was just like, I'm just dying and dying and dying, and this isn't fun. So I dropped the difficulty down. Maybe I get a recollection that I did, but maybe I was just thinking that I might do that. I can't remember. So yeah, I'll be back tomorrow playing Hitman 3 World of Assassination. I believe there's an elusive target, so that's a thing that will be happening. And then I'll be going on to just doing what I usually do on that. Then Saturdays I usually join Magcat_UK over on his channel, playing some form of co-op game. Been doing a lot of Payday 2 recently. And on Mondays, I'm over on Manapot Studios with Krifu, JStation 64, Crit Commissions, and a friend goes by Lilium, playing a actual play live stream of Starfinder's Adventure Path Fly Free or Die in a stream that we're calling All That Glitters Explode. There we go. That's happening every Monday over on Manapot Studios. Link in the chat. That happens at 7 p.m. GMT. For all of my timings, it's easiest just to check my schedule below, because it does move around a bit. And that just about covers us. What we're going to do now is we're going to find out if there's anybody streaming that's worth raiding. Wonder if they're still streaming. Come on. Oh, we got JStation 64 playing some No Man's Sky. So that's who we're gonna go raid. If they're still playing. Yeah, they're still playing. Alright. So, hopefully you'll all join me and say hi when we get there. If not, I hope to see you all next time, and I hope you all stay safe, have fun. Daddy bye.